Yo, team, welcome back to the Minecraft Initium series. Trifunctional here. I'm having an awesome day. I hope you also are having an awesome day. And as far as since the last episode, I've done a little bit of work here. I have made sure to make the name tag retrieval apparatus safe for AFKing. I haven't actually been AFKing in it yet to retrieve the name tags, but I will do that in the near future. But I did go ahead and just put a little bit of a room on there. Now I did place some glass around the lava pool here because the items were bouncing out around the lava. They weren't actually going in there. So that guarantees that the items that are dropped are burned in the lava. And up here I have an iron door leading to the little room that we stay safe in while we do the fishing. This area here is left open because having the open sky to the water that we're fishing in makes it so it is more effective, faster rates as far as the fishing's concerned. The reason we use the iron door on the little room here is because the iron door won't mess up our villager or our iron golem farm and our villager breeder. If we used a wooden door, then it would mess up the iron golem farm because it's too close there. But that's the glory of the iron door. It doesn't mess that up. Now over here, I did cut down the big, glorious looking spruce tree, and it actually despawned all the leaves that we had around the outer edge here, or around the inner border. So I just replaced that with wood so that doesn't happen again. I don't think it looks as nice, but it's functional. Now, as far as what we're doing today, we are going to be working on the storage room, finally. And now this is going to be a huge project. And so this is probably going to take a long time to get all finished up. But we're going to start it today anyways. And I'll be able to show you kind of the start of my idea with the storage room. So I know before we were talking about placing it by the super smelter, but I've actually decided that we're going to place it over here, where I have these 4 torches right here. This is the center of the villager tower and the iron golem farm right above us. And so this is going to be the center of our storage area. We're actually going to dig out a big area down here. I believe I'm going to go with 18 by 18 for the bottom level. And that's where we're going to have the storage area start is going to be on level 5, which is where the bedrock begins, in an 18 by 18 square. And actually, I think the storage units that we're going to be setting up are going to just be rows of 10 along the edges. And then I'm just going in an 18 by 18 square just so that we have extra room on the edges to do ways to get up and down, like maybe some slime launchers or whatnot. But yes, so this is going to be a very large project. Not only is our room going to be 18 by 18, but the 10 wide storage units we're going to be setting in there are all 10 blocks tall and 8 blocks deep for all of the redstone and hoppers and chests and everything. So it's going to be a lot of digging. I'm going to actually grab my my beacon that's just over here, move it a little bit closer to make this go much faster. And then I'll get this room dug out, and then I'll bring it back so that you can be there when I am getting some of the building done as far as setting up the storage units. Welcome back, team. I've been doing a whole lot of digging in our area here. If you remember, the 4 torches here are the center of the iron golem farm just above us. Now, the plan is to dig out this entire 18 by 18 area with the 8 by 10 area all the way out, and dig it all the way down to the bedrock level. Now, this digging has been taking me a long time. I didn't actually move my beacon over here because I was a little bit lazy about it, but after I dig a little bit more and get this center to the bedrock, I think I'll probably move the beacon over here, because not only are we going to be digging out this bottom area, but eventually we're going to be stacking up storage all the way up to the surface, and I think that we'll kind of like staircase it out. We'll have the bottom level here is going to be 18 by 18, but then it'll be wider on the next level and wider, even wider on the next level up. Eventually we'll have a huge stair-stepped up, kind of quarry-looking, I don't know, reverse pyramid type thing around our villager tower and iron golem farm, and I think it'll look really cool. But yes, this is oh, creeper just blew up my house up on the overworld as well. I'm a little bit bitter about that. But yeah, I think this is going to look really cool, but it is going to be a huge project. It's going to take quite a bit of grinding to get it all finished up. But this episode is not about grinding. This episode is about getting started with the actual building. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here, the reason why I have just the one side dug down to the bedrock is we're just going to start with a 10 wide storage area down here. And now this is going to be bulk storage to start off with. Eventually, once we build it out, we might be able to start getting some of the less common items sorted into the storage system too. But we're going to start with the items that we get in large quantities, like cobblestone and other mined materials, the other stones like the smooth stone, the andesite, diorite, all of those, the dirt, all of that will be what we'll start with this bulk storage system. But I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of the building taken care of with getting this started, and then I'll kind of bring you back partway through and show you what I have worked up here. Alright team, so we're back. So I've got one slice of the modular design laid out here, just so I can kind of show you what is going on with the storage system. So on the bottom here, this is where we are going to, this is what we will see. We're actually going to build a wall up here. It's not going to be made out of cobblestone, it'll be made out of something nicer looking, but so everything back behind there will be hidden. And then we will just see these 4 blocks in the front here. Now, how this works is across the top, we're going to have the items going across the hoppers, and then they're going to filter down through the item filtering system, similar to what we set up with the name tag retrieval apparatus. Any items that aren't sorted will go to this output chest here, and I'm going to find a better place for the output, but that's just where I have it for now. Now, all the items that are sorted down will start by filling up this hopper, and then they'll start filling up this chest, and then all of the chests on the way up. So there will be a large backlog, plenty of space for bulk storage behind the walls here. Now, the reason I have the hopper down below this chest is because that's going to be a place for us to put a shulker box. So if we want to come and grab some cobblestone for a project and we need a lot of it, we'll just go ahead and throw a shulker box right there. We'll walk away, do something else for a while, then come back and it'll be filled up with the cobblestone that we need. Now, if we just need a little bit, we have this chest exposed as well, so we can just open it up and grab out whatever we need. So I think this is going to be a nice system. I'm going to go ahead and fill out the other 10 slices of this section so that you can kind of see what one section will look like all put together. And we're back, team. So I'm at the anvil. I am renaming the granite blocks just with an X. These are what we're going to use to help with our item filtering system. If you remember from last episode, we did that with the filtering for the name tag a filter that we set up. Now, one thing I just wanted to show that is kind of frustrating. If I try to rename the entire stack of granite at the same time, then it won't let me do it. It just doesn't do anything. So it makes me rename one at a time. And we're going to need hundreds of these renamed blocks to make this all work with the size of the storage system I'm thinking. So this is going to be incredibly time consuming, having to go through and rename every single block. If anybody knows how to rename these all at one time, that would be incredibly useful. Please leave that in the comments for me if you do know how. But I'm just getting these renamed, and we're just about finished with having the one section done for the storage system. And so once I get back down there, I will go ahead and bring you back. So we're back down in the storage area, and you can see a little bit of fire back there because I just killed a creeper. We're definitely going to have to mob-proof this whole area, but we still have quite a bit of digging, so it'll take time. But yes, so down in here, this is the 10 section or thing that we're going to be setting up here. As I mentioned before, this top chest is where we'll be able to just grab out a few stacks of the individual items if we're looking for them. And then down below here, we'll have a shulker box. Eventually, I'd like to just spend some time going to the end and collecting enough shulker boxes that we'll just have a shulker box for each of these items just chilling here all the time. And then if we do want to carry a full shulker box, we can just grab it out. And then after we're done using however much out of it, we'll bring it back, put it back in there. It'll refill out of the system and be ready for the next time. Now, as far as this item filtering system is concerned, it is Impulse SV's design. Now I did alter it just slightly with putting the shulker box spot underneath there, and with adding in the bulk storage where there's going to be plenty of double chests of backup space there, so we shouldn't run out of room for any of the items. And if we do run out of room, we're going to have so many of the individual item that it won't even matter. We won't need any more of that item. But yes, the items will go in on the left-hand side. Right now, I just have a input chest right here. We're going to put that into a more convenient place as well in the future. And then the items will go through the hoppers. They'll be filtered down through these hoppers. We have the redstone like we had before with the name tag retrieval apparatus. The comparators will be looking at the individual items, like this one we have set up for cobblestone. Anything that is cobblestone will drop down through these hoppers. Anything else will continue on to the next hopper to be compared and sorted out. And if it does get to the end and doesn't make its way down into any hoppers, then it'll end up in the overflow box here, the unsorted bin. But yes, this is the general idea as far as the storage system is concerned. Again, this is going to be a huge project. It's going to take a lot of time. So whenever I have free time for some grinding, I'll just throw on some music and get to work on this. But as far as the episode for today, that's all the time I have for recording for today. A little bit shorter of an episode, didn't accomplish as much as I'd like to. I'm just a little bit under the weather, so I do apologize for that. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out quite a bit. If you have any suggestions as far as a color palette or the blocks you'd like to see with decorating the storage room, go ahead and leave that in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions on that. If you're new and you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so that you can see when the future content comes out. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you on the flip side.